Ukrainian Special Operations Forces, SSO, reported via Telegram the successful destruction of a dozen Russian military vehicles in the Zaporizhzhia region. The caption accompanying the released video stated, "SSO burned 10 items of enemy heavy vehicles and automobiles in the direction of Zaporizhzhia." The report said that operators of an SSO unit inflicted significant damage in Russian equipment using FPV drones. The destroyed Russian military equipment included 2 self-propelled artillery pieces, a 203 mm 2C7 Pion, and a 120 T2 2S1 Gvozdika. The attack also took out 2 122 mm D30 howitzers, an armored personnel carrier, and 5 automobiles. The posted footage also showed Ukrainian drones penetrating trenches, accompanied by explosions and visible smoke that caused the Russian troops in them to pull out. In an interview with Kyiv Post, a Ukrainian aerial scout revealed that the basic configuration of the FPV drones used here cost between $14,000 to $17,358 $434. This starkly contrasts with the significantly higher costs of the destroyed Russian military equipment. The Pion's self-propelled artillery piece, which dates back to 1990, is valued at almost 500,000 rubles, 5410, while the more modern Gvozdika howitzer is worth about $1.5 million. The Ukrainian serviceman highlighted the strategic importance of the 2 self-propelled guns. The Pion is the largest caliber of self-propelled artillery in the Russian inventory, while the Gvozdika is a highly maneuverable weapon system. This successful operation follows on from other recent SSO achievements by the SSO. In a single day, one of its units eliminated 13 Russian soldiers and disabled 6 pieces of equipment, including 2 tanks, 2 infantry fighting vehicles, an armored fighting vehicle, and a TOS-1A 220 mm Solntsepyok heavy flamethrower system, all through the effective use of FPV drones. While the report did not specify the models of tank destroyed, the value of a single tank could amount to several $million, with that of the Solntsepyok system ranging from $6.5 million to $15 million, depending on the exact specification and year of manufacture. Successful operations such as these underscore the cost-effectiveness of FPV drone technology and the tactics used by the SSO in neutralizing high-value Russian military assets. New footage published by the Ukrainian military appears to show the deaths of more than 20 Russian fighters, according to Kyiv, in the latest indication of the eye-watering casualties sustained by Moscow in its slow advance westward in eastern Ukraine. The clip, warning, graphic content, was posted to Telegram by a company of Ukrainian drone operators, and appears to show Russian troops scrambling on the battlefield under fire. Several strikes look to directly hit numerous Russian fighters, or land very close to the soldiers. It is not clear from the video the extent of the injuries or fatalities. In a number of the shots filmed by the drone, fighters lie stationary on the ground, but it is impossible to tell whether the soldiers are unconscious or have been killed. Casualty counts are notoriously difficult to pin down, but the footage broadly supports analysis from Western analysts, who say Russia's personnel have taken punishing hits to make territorial gains in eastern and southern Ukraine. A brief description from the Ukrainian military company said, Kyiv's drone operators defeated 2 complete platoons of Russians. Platoon sizes can vary. The Ukrainian statement appears to suggest that 21 soldiers were killed. The drone company is thought to be part of Ukraine's 47th Mechanized Brigade, which has been heavily involved in some of the fiercest clashes of the year so far in the country's eastern Donetsk region, including the strategic eastern city of Avdiivka. Casualty counts among both Kyiv's and Moscow's armed forces racked up in the months of bloody battles for Avdiivka, which Russia captured last month. The city became known as a meat grinder, a term typically applied to drawn-out battles where both sides sustain heavy casualties. Recent fighting west of Avdiivka, around Ukraine's new defensive lines, has continued to come at an excruciating cost to Moscow and Kyiv. In the past few weeks, Russian forces have been pressing down on Ukrainian defenses in the north, close to the Kharkiv city of Kupiansk, and along the southern front lines in the Zaporizhzhia region. Western analysts have suggested Russia is relying on its much larger pool of recruits to outlast Ukraine's smaller number of personnel. Earlier in March, the British government said Russia's monthly casualty count throughout February reached the highest point since Moscow's forces crossed into Ukraine for its full-scale invasion in February 2022. Russia has likely sustained more than 335,000 casualties in this time, London said. This almost certainly reflects Russia's commitment to mass and attritional warfare, the British Defense Ministry said in an intelligence update posted to social media.
Огонь!
Выстрел!